Hi everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of my Skincare Sage series where I try to help make sense of skincare and what does what mean and keep it as simple as possible. I am not saying anything is absolutely medically safe and sound and I know what I'm doing, but I think maybe I can help you. I've been a student of skincare for quite some time. I will put up a link to my introduction video here so that you could find out a little bit more about why I'm doing this series, and also I'll make sure to include a link to the first part 1 of the series somewhere over here as well as below, and there will be a playlist. So today's subject is exfoliation. Critically important and very easy to do. I think maybe it's a step that a lot of people skip, not realizing how important it is or even that it's necessary. Exfoliation is exactly what it sounds like. It's taking off a layer of something, in this case a layer of dead skin. It's like polishing your skin or sanding something before you're ready to paint it, but it's taking off the dead, unnecessary skin cells. Like collagen and so many things in our body, the older we get, things aren't produced as much or things start to sag. We all know that, and I explain a lot of that about collagen in part 1. The other thing that happens as we get older is our skin cells shed less frequently. They shed more slowly. When we're younger, they're just shedding and shedding, and we're still shedding gazillion skin cells a day. But when we were younger, we might have shed bazillion, that number. And we need to be shedding it as often as possible on our faces, really everywhere. If you're taking care of your hands and your neck and your face for anti-aging purposes, all of this applies to those areas. And there's a couple of reasons, really 3 reasons for exfoliating, and they're all important. The first one is that as you are applying your products, your treatments, your serums, I don't care if you're buying them in a very inexpensive way, perhaps you're a do-it-yourselfer, or you're spending a fortune. Whatever they are, they're going to get trapped in the dry, dead layer of skin, and they're not going to get to the really healthy cells that need the rejuvenation, that need the treatments, and that's a waste. The second thing is that you want your fresh skin to show. Kind of a dramatization. If you look at a flower that is dying and it's crispy, it's crinkly, it's brown in color, it's losing its peak, so to speak, and then you look at a fresh flower, same thing. If you have a layer of dead skin cells, your fresh skin isn't showing. It's going to have a little bit of a dullness. We're talking increments, but over time, over years, if you're not exfoliating, no matter what you do, you can't get that life back into your skin because the treatment products aren't working, and you've got this layer of like fog over your skin. And the third one, if you've watched part 1, is about building collagen. When you exfoliate, and we're going to talk about the different ways of exfoliating, you are ever so slightly, a word I do not like to use, but I just can't find a better one, you are damaging your skin. And when the skin is damaged at the cellular level, this isn't something you can see. When it is damaged, it reacts by producing collagen. And the older we get, the less collagen we produce, and we lose the collagen. If we can do anything to either maintain our collagen or create new collagen, that's a plus. That adds firmness, elasticity, strength to our skin. So when we're exfoliating, we are ever so slightly damaging, for lack of a better word. And when a skin cell is damaged, it says, uh-oh, we need to produce more collagen to give us our strength back, kind of like taking chicken soup when you have a cold. Or realistically, when you get a scab, that's a lot of collagen building, and you know how strong it is and how it really protects that wound. And that's really what, when you're exfoliating, you're slightly damaging, you're causing the cells to react by producing a little bit more collagen. So you have 3 different, I'm sure there's more, again, nothing is black and white, I'm trying to keep this as basic and easy as possible. we have three types of ways to exfoliate our skin. We have manual, which is basically using your hands and something as simple as a washcloth, a muslin cloth, adding a little baking soda to your cleanser and then creating a little bit of a grit. Powdered sugar, which it dissolves very quickly, so, and then bigger sugar might be a little too scratchy, a little too much damage. But you can find microdermabrasion creams. If you look in the acne section of skincare, even if you don't have acne, you'll see lots and lots of scrubs there. So anything that will kind of scrub away or peel away or kind of get rid of manually, pulling it off, that layer of dead, dull skin cells. Then we have chemical, which sounds a little scary, but you can do chemical at home with acids. And again, we're not talking battery acid. We're talking about alpha hydroxy acids and beta hydroxy acids. Oh dear, that starts to get a little confusing. Alpha hydroxy acids, the most popular ones you're going to find in skincare, are glycolic, lactic, mandelic, and malic. These all come from natural things. Glycolic comes from sugar. Lactic comes from dairy, comes from milk. Mandelic comes from almonds, and malic comes from apples. They all have different size molecules, and the bigger the molecule, I promise not to get scientific. We'll talk more about this in a different episode, but the bigger the molecule, the longer it takes to get into the skin, which means it's actually going to be more gentle. That's why a lot of people like glycolic, because the molecules are bigger, so it takes longer, and therefore your skin has a little more preparation time. Anyway, and then they come in percentages, which we're not going to talk about right now either. The higher the percentage, obviously the more effective, the more damaging, the more likely you are to actually peel. If you go to a spa or an esthetician, they might be using percentages 30, 40, 50, 70%, and you are going to peel like a snake. And that really will firm up and brighten up your skin because you're causing a lot of damage and you're taking layers and layers of dead skin cells and even some healthy skin cells off. So you have that. Those are all alpha hydroxys, and what they do is they take off the top layer of dead skin. There's just one little beta hydroxy, BHA, beta hydroxy acid, and it's salicylic acid. And what that one is for is it cleans the inside of your pores. It can get in there and dissolve the skin cells, the oil, the gunk. It'll go into the pore. It will do some cleansing on the top layer as well. Beta hydroxy acids are great for everyone, but particularly if you have pimples or blemishes or acne, because you want to clean out and keep those pores clean. And if you have large pores, beta hydroxy acids, BHAs, salicylic acid, all one, is good because the cleaner your pore is inside, the less likely it is to be stretched. We can't change the size of the pore, but we can change how much it's stretched out versus how much it bounces back. Again, the stronger the skin, the more collagen, the more elastic, those pores are going to bounce back. But when they're filled with gunk, they're going to be stretched out. So if we can get the skin firmer to firm up those pores, and we can get them clean with beta hydroxy or salicylic acid, then we'll be in better shape. So those are the chemical ones, even though they all come from nature. And then you have enzyme. Enzymes are very good for people with sensitive skin. Many enzymes out there. The ones that you will see most often in skincare for exfoliating purposes are papaya, pumpkin, and pineapple. Sometimes pineapple is used, the fancy name bromelain is used. Those are the most popular. And again, you can have different concentrations, but those are very natural. They eat away. The chemical exfoliators, I didn't mention this, the chemical exfoliators, what they do is they dissolve the yucky glue that's holding on those dead skin cells. So they dissolve that glue and then the skin comes off. Enzymes do the same thing, except they kind of eat away at it. They eat away at the dead skin cells as well as the yucky glue that kind of keeps that dead skin still attached to our face. And enzymes are much more gentle about it. Maybe I shouldn't say much more, but they are more gentle. And you have other new chemicals, true chemicals that have been, molecules that have been invented chemically that are also very gentle in a number of products. And we'll be talking about those. They are extremely gentle as well. So those are the purpose behind exfoliation, again, kind of threefold. One is to help to get those dead cells off, because the older we get, the slower they are about falling off by themselves. And you don't want your skincare, your treatments, your products to be stuck in dead cells. We want them to get to the good cells where they're needed. Dead cells cause kind of a fog over your skin, so where's that brightness, where's that vitality? It's masked by a fog of dead cells. And finally, exfoliating just that little bit of damage that, again, harsh word, don't mean to make it sound harsh, but on a cellular level, the cells react by saying, uh-oh, something is not good here. We need collagen. We need to bring in the reinforcements, and we want it to create collagen and to help the collagen we do have stay strong. So exfoliation has three very important purposes. And we have manual, which is as easy as a washcloth or scrubbies of some kind added to your cleanser. We have chemical, which is alpha hydroxys, takes off the glue that holds the dead skin cells onto your face. Or we have beta hydroxy acid, which is salicylic acid that goes inside the pores to clean them out. And enzymes do a little bit of everything in the most gentle way to exfoliate your skin. So I hope you find that helpful. We will be talking about products. You don't need to be spending a lot of money. We'll be talking about percentages. But until then, listen to your skin. If you have a medical skin condition that has been diagnosed, exfoliation can be tricky. If you have reactive skin, it can be tricky. If you have highly sensitive skin. But there is a way to exfoliate, and it might be using the enzymes. It might be using pumpkin enzymes. It might be using just your washcloth very gently. Anything that will speed it along is helpful. And I would say talk to your dermatologist if you have a skin condition or a skin disease about exfoliating, because you don't want to make your skin angry. You don't want it to make it overly sensitized. You don't want what we call the acid mantle or a skin barrier to start breaking down, and then your skin is really angry with you. So if you have a diagnosed condition, or you even suspect, do see a dermatologist. I think really that's about it for covering exfoliation and why we really all should be doing it. And there's something for everyone. You can be very gentle and steady. You can shock it at the spa with a 70% glycolic peel, where you are literally peeling and kind of hiding in the house for a few days, maybe even a week or so. And very gentle enzymes with papaya or pumpkin. And you'll often see the enzyme ones in the natural skincare kind of that section. You'll see papaya, you'll see pumpkin, you'll see pineapple or bromelain. You'll see it in the more natural skincare section rather than the commercial mass marketing kind of section. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'm always happy to answer them, or direct message me if you'd rather keep it private. And I thank you again. Please do check the introduction to find out about my love of skincare and knowledge of skincare and ingredients. And then part 1 is about collagen, which is kind of what it's all about. And here we are today about exfoliation. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you again next Tuesday, and probably before with a non-skincare related video. Thank you.